Hello, happy Thursday. I hope wherever you are that you and your loved ones are safe and well, that you're having a good week and a good day. I will get right down to it. I saw my podiatrist on Monday, and it was not a bad visit, all in all. He I had to update my chart, obviously, with everything that happened in the last 7 months. And so when he came into the room, I haven't seen him since 2018. I thought it was more recent than that, but that makes no sense. So yeah, it was 2018. And he said, well, you've been busy. And it just struck me so funny because he was reading about the stroke and the meds and the heart and everything else. And it just, every time I think about it, the way he said it, it cracked me up. And so I was like, yeah, a little bit. And then he looked down and he saw my Converse and he said, I hate your shoes. So I was like, okay, we're getting off to a very bad start here. And like everything else you tell me, it's not going to matter because you hate my Converse. And I'm not happy about that. And of course, it was raining on Monday, so I have two really old pairs of Converse that are like probably 7 to 10 years I've had them. And they Converse wear down if you wear them enough. And so I wore one of my beaten up pairs because of the rain. I got a pair for my birthday for my husband and daughter, and I didn't want to get them all, jammed up. So I wore one of my old pairs, which was a mistake. I realized that was an amateur mistake. Shouldn't have done that. But anyway, so he looked at them and he's like, I said, these are one of my old pairs. And he's like, it doesn't matter. And I said, it's not my better pair. And he goes, it doesn't matter. It's too flat. It's no good. So I was like, now I have to hate you. But anyway, so he redid the x-rays and we had a very big surprise. When he did the x-rays in 2018, the bones in your toe, there's spaces in between each joint. And so he said to me, despite the hallux rigidus, you have space in between where the toe meets the rest of your foot, and that's a really good thing. And he said the problem comes, with calcification and the bone growth and everything else. So when he redid the x-rays on Monday, he anticipated seeing bone growth, and there was none. And that's not true, there was. But there's still space in the joint. And so he said, I'm amazed. He said, I'm kind of stunned that you have space in that joint. And he said that like the bone where the hallux rigidus is has thickened, which isn't good, but having the space in the joint does make a difference, because he said you don't want extra bones there, and that's what happens with this situation. So that's a good thing, space in the joint. My spurs are a little more pronounced, but he said it's not terrible, not dramatically. He wants me to get orthotics, so now they're battling with the insurance company again, which it wasn't bad then. So when the insurance denied it, I didn't go through with the orthotics, which I must not have made a big deal out of to my husband, because he really didn't remember me just like rejecting the idea of it. I think I played it down, probably. And I was like, yeah, it's not that bad. I think I'll wait. But now we don't think I should wait, because we're hoping the insurance will cover them, but we don't think I should wait, because when the doctor was leaving, he's like, well, it's not surgery. And so I was like, geez. And he's right. I'm very lucky. He can't explain the neuropathy, but he thinks it comes down to the CRPS and the issues with the nerves in my leg that are affecting my foot. But even that, he's not overly, because the pulses in my feet are good, and so all in all, it was a very good visit, except the shoes. And he told me the kind of shoes he thinks I should be wearing, something that has a removable insole so I can put the orthotics in, So I was like, now I have to hate you, seriously. It's like, now I have to really not like coming here, but I'm very lucky. So as I'm standing in the waiting room, I'm talking to the receptionist, and I said, well, he hated my shoes. And she said, what are you wearing? I said, Converse. And she goes, oh yeah. And I said, I don't want to give them up though, it's hard, And this elderly couple, they were sitting in the waiting room, and the wife says to me, excuse me, I couldn't help but overhear. She said, I didn't want to give up my Converse either. And I was like, what? And she said, what you need to do is this. And she directs me to the Converse website, where apparently they've got more elaborate, comfortable versions that have a better, removable insole and all this other stuff. And she's like, you need to go on the website. That's what I'm doing. They're gorgeous. You got to go. And it was such a New York moment for me. I was like, I felt like mind blown. I was, I'll be honest, I was judgy on my part, but I would not have expected this woman to be telling me she refused to give up her Converse as well. So I was like, wow, you're kind of a badass. But I said, all right, thank you. I appreciate that. I said, well, wouldn't that serve the doctor right if I came back with one of these magical Converse pairs and then I didn't have to give them up? And she said, that's what you should do, honey. I was like, I love this. So I'm very lucky. And the thing is, and I know it might sound bratty or ridiculous, but that's kind of a normal thing that I feel is being taken from me. Another normal thing. When you live with chronic pain or chronic illness, chronic everything, and there's so many overlapping chronics, more and more of the normal stuff, the everyday stuff that other people get to take for granted, gets stripped away from you. It's just taken, and you don't have any options. You know, taking meds all day, making sure you have your meds, making sure you have a drink to take your meds, make sure you don't miss the time for your meds. Treatment appointments. Do you have your cane? With your wheelchair, can you get in and out? Can somebody help you? Dealing with pain, you know, things you can't do anymore, or fatigue, or you know what I'm talking about. If you live with chronic stuff, you know what I'm talking about. So all the normal things, the things other people just wear whatever shoes they want, go wherever they want, eat, you know, at whatever time, and there's no meds to think about. It ticks me off to have another thing taken away. And so I was like, yeah, it sounds ridiculous, but it's not ridiculous to me. I've been wearing these kinds of shoes for my whole life. And so it's like, I don't wear stiletto heels. I don't have high heels. I've given up all my boots that even had a remotely anything kind of a heel because, you know, I donate them because I can't wear them anymore. And, you know, if my daughter doesn't want to have them, it's like, let somebody else enjoy them. They're all in good shape. I take good care of my shoes. So I've given them all up. And I don't have any vices, you know, I don't, except coffee. Coffee's a vice. And ice cream. But grand scheme, I like my shoes. And so, but I'm lucky. He said to me, it's not surgery. And I was like, and he's right. It's not surgery. So, you know, and he said to me, I don't want you to wear them 24/7, the orthotics, if I got them, which I probably will. But he said, but you need to wear them if you do long walks and stuff. And I was thinking, come on, man, you know, I just said I walk a lot. And I know he's right. And, you know, as my husband said to me last night, he said, we don't want things to get worse. So if there's a way to keep them from getting worse, let's do that. So I was like, all right. So now I'm on the hunt for not terrible shoes. And I know my family's going to be like, why don't you try da-da-da? And they've all got really good suggestions. But I'm also a very picky person and very stuck in my ways. So I guess that's a vice, being stuck and stubborn. Because I am both of those things. But anyway, yeah, so that's it. I'm seeing one of my neurologists tomorrow. And for a follow-up, since I haven't seen him in a while. I can't remember the last time I saw him. It was when he recommended physical therapy. That's when I last saw him. And my physical therapist wants me to get a new script to do vision therapy exclusively. I bumped my appointment. Well, actually, I didn't bump it. I canceled it for this week and next week because I've got too many other things happening, and I'm picking it up at the end of August because I just needed a break. And I'm going to see. I'll get the script for the vision therapy. I don't know if it'll be approved for the insurance, but he said, come for 2 visits, and if you hate it, you don't have to come back. It's like, maybe. We'll see. But anyway, I'll talk to my neurologist tomorrow and see what he says. I'm just tired. Today was laundry day, and I haven't slept very well. And shoes. I know he's right. But it's just like, I don't want to lose another normal. And that's my normal. And I don't want to lose another one. Because I feel like I fiercely hold on to the things that I hold on to because so much gets taken and you don't want another thing taken, you know? So, anyway. Wah, poor me. Anyway, I'm not going to ramble any further because I think I've summed up the week pretty well. But I hope wherever you are that you have a low pain, no pain, low aggravation, no aggravation kind of a day, kind of a week, and kind of a weekend to come. That is what we hope for. That is what we deserve. And that is what I wish for each and every one of you. I will see you tomorrow via the blog. Next week, another video. Have a good afternoon. Take care. Be well. Bye.